One step forward, 2 billion, 3 billion, 4 billion, 5 billion, 6 billion, whatever billion steps back. Nice. Awesome. Awesome game. Yeah, the Mets lose 7-1 to the Phillies. You thought maybe, just maybe they would turn a corner after yesterday. You thought they'd build off yesterday. Oh, silly you. This team does not do that for whatever reason. They just do not build off of good offensive performances. Well, you know what part of that is? You actually played one, a better pitcher. Two, your starting pitcher shit the bed. Where have I seen this movie before? A starting pitcher that has been good all year shitting the bed in one of the biggest games of the season. Oh, I really wonder where I've seen that movie before. And again, the offense just disappearing. You had 4 hits. And guess what? Guess what the funniest part about those 4 hits were? Guess. Came from 2 guys. 2. Lindor's home run streak over, which is unfortunate. In terms of them winning games when he hits a home run, and that was the saddest part when he hit it. Honestly, um, he had 2 hits. Brandon Nimmo had 2 hits, and the rest of the offense, pack it in, mail it in. We don't care. Doesn't it just feel like doesn't this stretch of games here, doesn't this give you deja vu? Doesn't it? Just like, do you ever think about 2022 every now and then, think about the way that season ended? Because unfortunately, I do, because I'm sick in the head. And big difference between June games and September games. But holy crap, does this feel like that stretch all over again? Last year, you thought maybe they exercised those demons. And you know what the sad part is? All season long, with the runners in scoring position problem and just the way that they perform, or the lack of offense, I should say. What I've been saying during that that time, and just when I was talking about this team with the way that they hit the ball this year, and again, lack thereof, I was saying constantly, this is 2022 all over again. It is great that you are getting wins. It is awesome that the pitching is performing the way that it is. It is great that you are able to find ways to get wins. But the catch is, it's not sustainable. Long and behold, long and behold, right? Here we are. The pitching not bailing out this team for once. And look at what we have here, don't we? I don't care. I really don't care that they were able to hit Mick Abel yesterday, that they were able to hit Joe Ross yesterday, Mercado or whatever his name was. I don't care. Hit good pitching. You are making too much money to be this dog shit. Brandon Nimmo's been like the only consistent offensive player during this stretch. He has quite literally been the only one. Everyone else mailing it in every night. And I know Lindor, you could give him a pass for tonight, but just mailing it in. It's just so annoying. Ronnie Mauricio does not belong in the major leagues right now. Maybe one day he will. It's not right now. The guy is lost. Luis Angel Acuna is not a major league player. Tyrone Taylor, love the way he plays out in center field. He's a 4th outfielder at best. And I don't even know if he's a 4th outfielder on a World Series team. I'm sorry. Luis Torrens, he has some nice stretches here and there. He's a backup catcher. Starling Marte, is a complete and utter joke of $20 million at the DH position. Jared Young is a complete and utter joke of a baseball player. Do you see what I'm saying here? Like, do you hear me? The point is, this offense has no depth to it at all. None. These are AAA players and bench players that are constantly in your starting lineup. Constantly. So when Pete Alonso has a bad day at the plate, it gets magnified. When Juan Soto is off at the plate, it's magnified. Because the rest of the lineup, outside of the core four, if you want to call them, Lindor, Soto, Alonso, Nimmo, outside of them, there's just no depth to this lineup at all. And honestly, I'm not a Jeff McNeil guy by any means, but I would rather watch him go lefty-lefty versus Luzardo today than watch Luis Angel Acuna, who there is a reason he is playing, once every other week these days? If that. The guy is not a major league player. And again, maybe like Mauricio, one day he will be. Not right now, kid. You thought he was just bored being in the minor leagues? I guess maybe he's bored in the major leagues. And then David Peterson. Disappointing. Very, very disappointing that when you needed him most, he came up small. Am I mad at him overall? No, because most of the year he's been he's been one of the most consistent starters for the Mets this year. And again, like I say every single post game, it's hard to get mad at the pitching when the offense gives no reason for me to sit here and blame the pitching. Like a 5-0 deficit, it felt like it would have took a historical, like it felt like they were down 20-0. It felt like you might as well put a position player in the pitch because 5-0 is that much of a steep hill to climb with this offense. With this offense that is making as much money as they are, by the way, since I need to keep hammering home that point. This offense, it's just so ridiculous how the hitting coach is not facing any repercussions for this when it is so obvious with the way that he talks to the media, both hitting coaches, I should say, because again, we don't have a hitting coach. We have two hitting coaches, which, you know, the saying in hockey, if you have, or like we said with the Rangers in hockey, you have 6 alternate captains, you don't have a captain. Like we talk about all the time, just in general with that sort of thing. If you have 2 hitting coaches, you don't have a hitting coach. But either way, with the way those two clowns just talk, the way they talk, why are they here? They destroyed the top prospect of the or what was once the top prospect of this organization who went down to Syracuse today. But again, the hitting coaches, nope. No repercussions for them. I don't understand what more Stearns needs to see, but I can tell you right now, I'm not happy with him right now. I'm not. Not happy at all. I don't care if it's different to react from a fan versus a management spot. When you have 4 years of data on Eric Chavez, how do you not see this as an issue? It was the same thing, and I keep repeating this point every single time they get their ass kicked. It's the same thing that got them eliminated last year in the playoffs. The same exact thing. I don't know what more they need to say. I really do not. But it just baffles me how there's no change here. So I'm not thrilled right now with Stearns in that regard. Sorry, but I'm gonna hold him accountable when he needs to be held accountable. And I want to make it clear, it does not mean that I think David Stearns is some idiot and I think that he needs to get fired, but I definitely have my questions as to how he's not canning Eric Chavez and Jeremy Barnes. What, are you waiting for the series coming up against Atlanta for shit to hit the fan? But you know what? That's the great part about our game, right? You get another chance to bounce back the next day. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup tomorrow. Oh, it's Spencer Schwellenbach versus Paul Blackburn. Isn't that lovely? That will get them the rebound. It's just amazing to me how the team this year, despite the record being clearly better than it was last year, it's amazing to me how none of it just seems the same as last year. It's really just amazing. Last year they may have had a worse record, but I could tell you that team, they had more stones last year. They were getting it done in those crucial moments up until the Dodgers series when, again, that's why they lost, because they couldn't hit with runners at scoring position against the Dodgers. But I don't know what it is. I really don't. Yeah, you have the Marlins beating the Braves, but this team, no. I mean, who is showing up to the ballpark tomorrow to watch Paul Blackburn versus Spencer Schwellenbach with the way this team's playing baseball? You know what the good news is, though? If it's a sold out crowd and you have 40,000 raining boos on this team, maybe, just maybe that will get something, send some sort of message to the front office that this is just stupid how nothing's changing. Just maybe. And yeah, it feels like it at times. I don't want to sit here and claim if it is or isn't yet because, again, it's June versus September when they did this that year. There's a lot of baseball to be played. But right now, this team feels similar in that regard. He would probably just say what he said last time. And that's why I'm pissed at Stearns more than anything in that regard, is that he was trying to tell us, like we're stupid, that the process is good with runners in scoring position. Where? Where? What process? The process is not there. Well, I can tell you right now, if there's no changes after this Brave series, because I truthfully have no faith in them getting it done versus the Braves. Um, if there's no changes, then I don't know how much anyone should even give a shit going forward. Because that tells me the front office doesn't give a shit that about the season. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. If they lose 3 out of 4, get swept by the Braves, and there's no changes, then the front office gave up on the season. Because you cannot possibly tell me that it's you can't justify it. You just can't. And why should any of us have faith when they're rolling over and dying in these games? Again, it is not like the same thing that I say all the time. It's not like earlier in the season where at least when they were losing series and losing games, they were involved in the games. They were close some of the games. These games, they are getting outright murdered in these losses. Railed, destroyed. And I expect the same tomorrow. You have Montas going on Tuesday. We'll see how that goes. Eric Chavez does need to go. Eric Chavez has to go. I'm so tired of. I just don't understand why there's a lack of accountability there. It's just mind blowing to me. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up here. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.